All right.
Wait. Okay, we're good. All right, welcome back.
Woo! All right. Okay. I gotta hype myself up. Gotta jump back into this. Do some stretches. Oh, crack some knuckles. It's been a hot minute, dude. We haven't made any content for almost 2 months.
Yes, welcome back. I guess we should welcome ourselves back.
Yeah. Welcome back.
It's been a long time.
Solid. Good handshake.
Do the double so they know. So they
know it's real, yeah. Welcome back to Twin Chat. For those of you who don't remember, I am Royce.
I'm Royce. Oh, right. I'm Ricky.
Royce and Ricky, Ricky and Royce. We're twins. In case you didn't pick up on the name, Twin Chat. It's good to be back.
Hi.
I haven't posted anything since November 25th of last year.
You're a fucking slacker.
I am a fucking slacker. I should be better. I am better. And hopefully we'll be more consistent in our posting from here on out. But you don't know. Life gets in the way. Shit gets in the way. I can't see the future. So
what happened? Why did we take a break, Royce?
That's a great question. Excellent question. Well, we took a break, one, because of the holidays. You know how holidays can be. It just got very, very hectic with all the traveling, time that needed to be spent with family. There were other extenuating circumstances that came into our lives that needed to be taken care of. So that didn't really allow us to film when we wanted to. And also our grandpa died last month. And so we had to go to the funeral, and there was that. So before we start this episode, we wanted to say that this episode is dedicated to Grandpa, who recently passed away. Grandpa Dave, we love you. We miss you. And to our mom, we love you too. We hope that, you're doing well and finding some peace. And obviously we wish that for our grandpa as well. So yeah.
And on that happy note,
let's get this episode started. Do you want to say the magic words, or should I?
Cue the intro. No. You do it.
All right. Twin Chat episode number 5. Let's dive into it. Cue the intro. So I guess we could start with talking about the holidays.
Pretty late to the game, but yeah.
Yeah, we're 2 months late. Sorry, again. But our holidays were fine. We celebrate Christmas, even though we're Jewish, which is a little weird. So we're Jewish, is what we say to people. And present-wise, it was a pretty good year.
Yeah, I would say so. Just like to preface this and say we're lucky to get gifts. Like, there are obviously people out there that don't get gifts for Christmas.
Yes. We are not spoiled children. We are very thankful and appreciative of every gift that we get. Thank you, Mom and Dad, if you're watching this. Your effort every year on the holidays does not go unnoticed.
Yes.
And especially the effort that we're about to share is especially appreciated.
This effort was bullshit, don't lie.
Yeah, it was a little iffy. It was a little
sticking my nose up.
Yeah. It was a little questionable. So a lot of the gifts that we got were gift cards from Mom and Dad. And
they were stupid gift cards. They were fake gift cards. I got a gift card from McDonald's. Even none of us go to fast food. I got a gift card for Google Play Store, which is an Android thing. I have an iPhone.
I got a gift card to the Nintendo Switch store. I don't own a Nintendo Switch. So our dad just went to these random stores and just bought random gift cards. He didn't even buy them. I think he just plucked them off the shelf and walked out of the store with them empty, being empty.
Our entire Christmas was a prank.
Yeah. So a lot of our gifts were just pranks. So good one. You got us, guys. Good job, Mom and Dad. It's one for the record books. We'll remember that for a while. And I'll probably do it to my kids someday. My non-existent children.
It made for a good story.
To my non-existent girlfriend.
We could talk about Valentine's Day soon.
Yeah. So that was that. That was our holidays. Very straightforward. Not much to it. Just a lot of time with family, friends. Couldn't really ask for much more. For New Year's, I don't even know what I did on New Year's. What did you do on New Year's?
It was a work night, so I slept. I fell asleep at 9 p.m. and cursed everybody that was blowing off fireworks in my neighborhood.
Nice.
I was the Grinch, but on New Year's.
I think I was just at a coffee shop reading. I think I just rang in the new year with my nose in a book.
Fucking nerd.
I am a fucking nerd. I've been reading so much. That's literally all I do now. Like, I just go to coffee shops and read. I live downtown, so I just take my scooter and I just scoot on over to all the coffee shops and I just read. If you don't know where I am, just go to a coffee shop. I'm probably in there reading.
Nerd. Nerd.
Reading isn't nerdy.
Nerd.
Reading is cool. Reading is cool. I'm bringing reading back. Reading's fun. That's
What
where
are
I
you
was.
reading?
Right now I'm reading the fourth
Nobody
Wing.
cares.
So mean. That's so mean for no reason. I'm reading the Fourth Wing series. I'm loving it. It's amazing. I keep telling people, like, it gives me the same feeling as when I read the Harry Potter series. It just like immerses me in my like world, like a world. Like, I don't know. Like, I just want to like shove myself into the book. Like, I just want to like stand on the book and just like, it's like Joey in that episode of Friends.
Yeah.
Where he like stands on the map and
Oh
he's
my
like,
God, yeah.
we're in London. Like, I just
In the
gotta be in the map. Yeah, I just want to stand on the book and just like teleport myself into the world. Like, it's just such an amazing book. Fourth Wing was amazing. I'm about to finish Iron Flame, and once I finish Iron Flame, I'm gonna start Onyx Storm.
And I'm not gonna lie. Selena's reading that series, so she got me reading it. I'm on Fourth Wing. Is the first.
Yeah,
one.
you like Fourth Wing too.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I love it. It's so good. Like, bro. Okay. So I'm gonna tell what happened. Like, tell a story of what happened to me at Barnes and Noble the other day.
Oh, I know. Okay.
Oh my God.
Just so you guys know, he FaceTimed me for what he's about to tell you. And he's like, "My life is in danger."
Okay. I thought it was. Why are you making fun of me? If that happened to you, okay, I'm just gonna tell the story. For those of you who are sensitive to strange situations, I guess don't.
Why are you putting a caution on this?
I don't know. Some people, there's a trigger for some people. It triggered me.
Well, you were there.
Yeah, but even like hearing about it, like it triggers some people.
We talked about how I was robbed in New Orleans on this podcast. It was fine.
Yeah, but that was funny. We got someone.
You can't put a caution over every single story we tell. This is a very normal. Okay, it's not normal. But it's like,
that was not normal.
it happens to some people.
Okay, this is getting weirder and weirder the longer we don't tell the story. All right, so I was at Barnes & Noble, and I was reading my book, and a woman, middle-aged woman, comes up to my table. She comes up to my table with a coffee in her hand, puts it on the table, and keeps on walking. Didn't say a word, just leaves the coffee on the table.
Your table?
Yeah, she put it on my
Not
table.
just like a random table.
Yeah,
Your table.
she put it on my table and kept on walking without saying a word. And I looked back at her. I'm like waiting for her to turn back to me because she's just walking away as if she just didn't leave her coffee on the table. And she finally turns back and we make eye contact. And I just kind of gesture to her like, hey, like you left your coffee on the table. And I give her like a really puzzled look. And so she comes back to the table and I politely say to her like, hey, I think you left your coffee on my table. And she said, no, I didn't. That's for you. And I said, no, that's okay. I got my coffee right here. And she's like, no, it's your coffee. I love you. I didn't know what to say to that because she wasn't joking. She was being dead serious. And so I let the silence just be awkward. She followed that up with,
Do you love me?
do you love me? And I just stared at her. I'm like, I don't know you. I just said, I don't know you. And then I just let the silence muster again. She's just kind of like scanning me up and down, just looking at me, just like sizing me up. And then she asks,
You sexy.
no, thank you. And then she asks, do you have children? I don't have children. I don't even have a girlfriend. So I say no, I don't have children.
She wanted to be your baby daddy. Now, what do you call it? Baby sugar dad? Sugar baby?
She wanted to be my sugar mama.
Sugar mama, yeah.
Yeah. That was never gonna happen. And so I said no, I don't have children. And then she just a weird silent pause. And then this is when things start getting weird. She said, do you like to have sex at night? Not, do you want to have sex at night? Just,
Either way, it's bad.
either way, it's weird. But like, that's such a weird question to ask. Like, do you like to have sex at night? Like, what? First of all, yes.
And-
Who doesn't?
And
But
the double standards here are crazy too, because like if a dude did that to a female,
oh my god,
he'd be in jail.
yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I felt very uncomfortable, and I was so unfamiliar with what to do and how to act in the situation that
You
I
don't
just
get hit on by middle-aged women in bookstores.
I don't get hit on ever. Okay, men just don't get hit on ever, unless like I guess you're god level attractive or super personable.
You don't get confused with Chris Hemsworth a lot.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I got Johnny Manziel once, but I don't know why. But anyways, so I said I didn't know how to react to that question. So she asked me, "Do you like to have sex at night?" And as I'm processing what that question was, she immediately follows up with something, and I don't even know if like I should like
Just say it. It's an adult podcast. We're fine.
I honestly don't remember if she reached or not. It all happened so fast. But I do know she, clear as day, said to me, "I bet you're really hard under there."
Ew.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
In the middle of just a Starbucks cafe inside of a Barnes & Noble, she asked me, "Are you hard under there?"
That's nasty.
Yeah. And immediately, like, it just clicked. I just snapped at her. I'm like, "You're making me uncomfortable. You got to leave." And she didn't push back. She picked up the coffee that she left for me and walked away. But it gets even worse. She pulls up to the table across from me and starts pretending to read a book. And then she puts the book down. It's like she realized what she was doing was weird. And then she walked away. And I thought that was the end of it. So I went to go, like, 30 minutes later, like, I was reading my book. Like, she had left. I thought I was in the clear, so I got up to go throw away my coffee. I threw away my coffee. I turn around. She's right there, staring at me. It's like a horror movie. It's like the jump scare. Like, I turn
How
around.
to
She's
escape
right
the
there.
middle-aged lady.
Yeah, exactly.
In Barnes & Noble.
And so she's standing like 5 feet behind me. So she's standing between me and my table that has my book and my laptop. But I didn't want to have to pass her to get to my table because otherwise I knew she would try to engage me in conversation again. So I left the cafe and started walking around Barnes & Noble, just weaving in and out of the bookshelves. And she's following me. This lady is following me as I'm walking down the aisles of the books. She's like 10 feet behind me. She's trying to be incognito, but I clearly see her. And at this point, like, I'm just like, I never really felt like I was in any danger. But like,
I don't know why you didn't just leave.
because my laptop and my book was still at the cafe.
Even like when she sat down across from me, I was just like, I'm not dealing with this. I would just left.
As evidence shows, she would have just gotten up and followed me. So let me finish the story.
Oh.
So I'm weaving and bobbing out of these aisles, you know, just trying to get back to the cafe when she's following me. I reach my table. And you're right. Once I arrived at the table, I should have just left. I honestly don't know why I didn't.
You're like the idiot in the horror movie that goes in the basement.
Honestly, you're not wrong. Like, I honestly don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I really should have just gone up and left. And she finds the seat that she was at before across the table from me. And she just starts reading a book that she clearly just plucked off the shelf and just started to pretend to read. And I know she was pretending to read because her eyes weren't moving. She was literally just staring.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say the book was upside down.
No, that would have been so funny. No. Her eyes just were like not moving. And she just kept darting her eyes up and down me to the book.
This is when you FaceTime me?
No. So then I text my sister, Randy, and I'm just like, I think I might be in danger. Don't call.
Why was your first instinct to text our sister instead of just getting up and leave? If you felt like you were truly in danger, like
honestly, because back in July of 2023, when I was having like my mini heart attack, I called her and she made me feel really comforted and she guided me through the whole thing and got me a hospital. Like, she did that whole thing seamlessly, and she just made me feel comfortable, and so I wanted to text her.
Yeah, but I'm not questioning the person you were calling. I'm questioning why you called anybody instead of just...
I didn't call. I texted. I don't know. I think, honestly, fourth one was just so good. I just wanted to continue reading. I honestly think that's where my mind was. Like, I didn't want her to get the best of me, and just... I wanted to keep reading.
Oh my God.
I had my little latte with my book.
Rebecca Yaros, if you're watching, you almost killed Royce.
Thank you, Rebecca, for creating such a masterpiece that it allowed me to stay in the midst of a mini crisis.
Sexual harassment.
Yeah, I mean, it literally was sexual harassment, but I mean, the story isn't over. I text Randy, I think I might be in danger. Don't call me, because then I'd have to verbally speak on the phone, and then the lady would hear
stupid.
me. It was stupid. I realized that, okay, bro? It's freaking stupid. So I started telling Randy what the story was. And then I text Ricky, and then Ricky was like, FaceTime me. And so I FaceTime Ricky at Barnes & Noble.
As soon as I answered the phone, he told me not to talk. So I'm like, I text him, like, lift your phone up a little bit. Stop being a little bitch and lift your phone up so I can see this woman. And as soon as I text him that, I hear like this crazy, like, witch laughter. I'm like
cackling.
I'm like, what was that? Like, was that her? He flips the camera. He's like,
it was scary, man. This lady just starts like laughing, like literally like the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz. Just
she must have been turning heads, right? Like,
yeah, she was turning heads.
Okay.
But yeah, honestly, I should have left. I should have maybe gone to the front desk and been like, hey, there's a crazy lady like in your store. I honestly just thought I really never felt like I was in danger. Like, unless she was carrying a gun, I felt like I could have easily handled her. So I don't know.
I mean, that's a weird way of thinking, but yeah.
How else am I supposed to, like, she can't speak to me to death. Like, she could only physically harm me to death. So that's where my mind was. Like, I never, like, my survival instincts just weren't there, because I just didn't feel like I was in imminent danger. I just felt very, very uncomfortable.
It's a weird story.
Yeah. Sexually harassed at Barnes & Noble.
Don't go to the Barnes & Noble on East Colonial in Orlando. Apparently there's weird people there.
That's the story of me getting sexually harassed at Barnes & Noble. Gentlemen, it could happen to you too, not just the ladies. So be on the lookout.
Thank you for sharing. That was so brave.
Thank you. It was hard. That was really hard for me to get off my chest.
I can tell.
Yeah. I'm sweating a little bit.
Oh my God.
So next up on the agenda. Oh, I adopted a cat. I adopted a baby boy. Yeah. Oh, not so much a baby.
Not a baby.
Not a baby. I shouldn't have said that. He's
a elderly man.
He's an elderly, chonky man, but God, do I love him.
He's a cute man.
He's so freaking cute. I could not have asked for a better cat. Like, oh my, like even now I just miss him. Like, oh my God. Okay. So yeah, on December 28th, like a little bit after Christmas, we went to a shelter. And I wasn't really like planning on adopting a cat. Like, I just kind of wanted to look. There was the intent to adopt, but like nothing like official. So we got to the shelter, and there were two big rooms full of cats. And we went into one. All the cats in there were just like really, really skittish and wouldn't let me get even close to them. So we were in and out of there within 5 minutes. And then we went into another room. And mind you, this whole time we're being accompanied by one of the shelter employees. And we get into the second room, and it's the same thing. There's like 20 cats in this room. All of them are like backed into a corner, just scared shitless of me. But then there's Rolly, the cat I ended up adopting, just in a little cardboard house, like 2 feet in front of me, looking up, just sniffing the air, just curious as George.
Was he curious, or was he just the lack of caring?
I don't know.
His age.
He's a very chill cat, so it could have been either.
He is a chill guy. Side note: we brought our sister Randy to the shelter. You can't take her to the shelter. She breaks down every single time. So she just cries.
Yeah, this girl spotted Rolly first, started petting Rolly first, and Rolly immediately instant purring, instant like just amazing friendliness, and Randy, started instantly was attached, and then Randy obviously knew that I was going to be the one to take Rolly home eventually. So Randy gave me time to meet Rolly and pet Rolly. And so I spent like 5 minutes just being with Rolly, and he was just purring the entire time. This cat was amazing. And then out of nowhere, I just hear a shout behind me. You guys got to get out of here. You got to get out of this room. I was never supposed to let you in here. And we look back, and the shelter employee is like waving us out of the room. And So we skedaddle on out of there, and he says, guys, I'm so sorry. I was never supposed to allow you into this room. All of these cats are in this room because of behavioral issues.
Yeah.
I was never supposed to let you in here. And we all just look at him like blindsided because, one, we all fell in love with Rolly. Two, there's no way Rolly had behavioral issues. There was just no way. This cat was just way too friendly, way too kind, way too pure.
Yeah.
So he wasn't eligible for adoption, which really ticked all of us off. And poor Randy, oh my God, she started bawling like a baby. She's so cute when she cries. I just wanted to so I gave her like a hug.
And it's frustrating because it points out how crap the system is, because there was no way this cat was not ready to be adopted.
Yeah. So it just made us wonder how long this cat was forced inside that room for when he didn't need to be.
Yeah. It makes you wonder if he would have ever gotten adopted.
Yeah, especially because this cat is 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
So we called the shelter back, and I don't want to get into the heat of it, but there was a lot of back and forth, and we eventually got Rolly to be eligible for adoption. And the next day we picked him up and I took him home.
Not the next.
It was the next day. So yeah, December 28th, I picked him up and we went home with him. That was the greatest decision I ever made. Like, literally, Rolly, that cat is 12 years old, but you never would have guessed it. Like, he's literally the chillest guy. Like, he is the chill guy meme. Like, he'll just purr all day long. He'll lie on my chest when I'm like on the couch watching a movie. Yeah. He'll snuggle with me. I could literally just tap like the couch or the bed and he'll come. He's like a dog. He'll lick me.
Yeah, he's really cute.
That cat can do no wrong. Like, he's so good. So everyone always says, like, adopt a kitten. Like, that's what everyone wants to do, adopt a kitten. No, adopt a senior cat. They're already set in their ways. They're already trained. They're already well behaved. You don't have to pay for all the vaccinations. Like, you're getting a good deal. And you're saving a cat that most likely otherwise would not be adopted. I have no regrets. I love that cat.
Yeah. I adopted a kitten a year ago, and it was a lot of work.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have Rolly on the podcast one of these days.
The traveling podcast is we're going to film in your apartment.
No, we're going to bring him here.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a traveling cat.
Yeah. So yeah, moral of the story, if you're in the market for a cat, adopt a senior one, because at least in my experience, they won't let you down. They're very cute. They're amazing. I love Rolly. Oh, and when I say that I named him Rolly, I don't mean like a Rolex. I named him after the kids show, Roly Poly Oly.
What was his adopted name?
His adopted name was Freddie. I'm on about to adopt Five Nights at Freddy. So
yeah, true.
And he also like travels.
Yeah, we had like 2 or 3 road trips already with him.
Yeah, I got him in late December, and he's already gone back and forth to South Florida like 3 times, and he travels really well.
Yeah, you just plop him on your lap, and he just is chill.
Yeah, he had to go all the way up from South Florida to Orlando, where I live, and then we had my grandpa's funeral last month. Our grandpa's funeral last month, and I had to drive him down for that and bring him back up. Yeah,
that was another reason why we haven't posted. We're gonna talk about that, the funeral, or?
Yeah, we can talk about the funeral.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, our grandpa was 100 years old, and he was a badass. Lived a pretty cool life. He was a Purple Heart recipient, World War II veteran. Was literally shot out of the sky, and
yeah, he was in the Navy. Fought for us in World War II.
Fought Japan.
That dude's will to live was second to none. There's no other way to describe him other than like a legend. Like he
is a legend, and not many people can say they were literally shot out of the sky
and survived.
But
the funeral was really beautiful. If you could describe a funeral as beautiful, I guess that would be one.
Yeah.
And back in college, I had made a documentary about my grandpa. It was like a 10-minute documentary. And they played it at the funeral, like on a loop before the ceremony, which was really nice. So everyone at the funeral got to see that. I thought that was really nice.
It's a nice video. We'll leave it in the link.
Yeah, if you want to check it out, it's called Red, White, and Navy. I'll leave it in the link. I'll leave a link in the description below.
We love you, Grandpa.
Yeah, we love you, Grandpa. We love you, Mom.
Even though you thought Twin Chat was ass.
Even though you insulted Twin Chat right in front of my face, we showed Grandpa episode 2 of Twin Chat, the whole episode, and when my mom asked Grandpa, so what did you think? Grandpa literally said that wasn't good. I didn't understand anything.
It was a waste of time.
Yeah, that's what he said. It was a waste of time. So this might have been one of his final words to me. To be honest, I don't remember us having any conversations after that, just because he was just not well in his final days. But I know you didn't mean that, Grandpa, and if you were able to hear it, he couldn't hear very well.
See very well.
Yeah. If you were able to use your senses to watch the video, I would truly hope that you would have enjoyed it. And knowing you probably would have, the little goofball that he was. But yeah, the funeral was great. And he had a nice military send-off. Navy military officers were there and did a nice little ceremony, folded a flag, gave it to both my aunt and my mom. And me, Ricky, and our 2 sisters had the privilege of picking up the casket and walking it to the funeral car. And that was nice. That was a cool experience.
Yeah.
I'm glad we were able to do that for him. But yeah, rest in peace, Grandpa. I love you. Your legacy will
live on in all of us. And to more upbeat topics.
Yeah, exactly. So now that we've got the sad stuff out of the way, I mean, that's all I really wanted to talk about this episode. We could talk about Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, we could talk about Valentine's Day. How was your Valentine's Day?
It sucked. I made like a charcuterie board for myself with steak and eggs and fruit. So like it was a date for one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very hot.
I ate that steak like it was hot. Like I fucking devoured that shit.
I don't know how we topped this Valentine's Day, honestly. This is a very good Valentine's Day.
I mean, maybe for you. I'm single as fuck right now, so.
Yeah, it sucks for you.
Yeah, it does.
You have Rolly.
I have Rolly. That's right, my little baby boy. He's so cute. I love him.
So yeah, my Valentine's Day was crazy. I came home from work and it was like the cliche rose petals and candles everywhere. But just because it's cliche doesn't mean it's like bad. Like it still was nice.
Yeah.
She cooked breakfast and on the floor and on like the tables everywhere, there were 5 gifts that were like scattered, and each gift represented a sense: taste, touch, sound, sight, and smell. So each gift represented one of the senses, and I'm not going to go into the gifts, but they were very thoughtful. And for my gift to her, I'm taking her to somewhere in May for 12 days. And I asked her if she like wanted to know, and she said no, she wants to keep it a surprise. So I'm like, okay. But yeah, I bought her a luggage tag, and in the luggage tag I just put the dates of the trip that we're going on.
That's so cute.
And yeah.
I love that for you guys. I'm happy for you too. That was a good Valentine's Day. Definitely don't envy you at all. Definitely not jealous whatsoever. Don't wish that I had that at all. I'll just be single forever, and I'll just die alone. And
you have Rolly still. Rolly isn't going anywhere.
Nah, Rolly's a senior cat. Whether I like it or not, he won't be around much longer either.
Well, then you'll get a Rolly 2.0. Have you tried exploring men?
No, I don't go that way, unfortunately. I like women. So yeah, that was Valentine's Day. Congratulations on your girlfriend.
Why are you congratulating me?
Because you have a girlfriend that loves you and you love her. Do you know how rare that is, bro? True unconditional love. It's hard to come by. But whatever. On that happy note, yeah, let's wrap things up. So that's episode 5. Again, this episode was dedicated to our grandpa.
Grandpa Dave, we love you.
We do. Rest in peace. Your legacy will live on forever and ever. But yeah, if you hung around this long to listen to what we have to say, thank you. You can check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. Feel free to like and subscribe to our videos. Turn on the notification bell. And we'll see you on Twin Chat episode 6. Again, I am Royce. This is my twin brother, Ricky. And that is all I wanted to say. So I'm just going to keep on talking until I find an end to this sentence. There we go. I found it. All right. And snap.